I'm gonna be doing a GM with the Charlotte Hornets. We're gonna be doing a rebuild. So I'm gonna try and bring this team to a playoff team within at least 5 seasons. That is my goal. I'm gonna try and get the Hornets as a playoff team within 5 seasons. So the main thing right now is we're gonna try and rebuild. Let me go ahead and download a draft class. Let's get this year's draft class coming up. So let me go ahead and look at my team that I got here. Devontae Graham, Rozier, Zeller, Bridges, Biyombo. He's got a 1-year contract left, so I may as well either try and trade him or keep him. I haven't decided yet. Nick Batum, he's got that option coming up. I'm definitely going to try and get rid of him because that contract is just absurd. I don't know why we ever signed him to that deal, but as soon as he got it, he just stopped caring, and so I want to get rid of Batum. Alright, so the rest is just some younger guys and Devin Harris randomly. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to our lineup. I want Terry Rozier at the shooting guard. Malik Monk as the 6th man. Let's go ahead and take Batum out of the lineup. Put Jaden McDaniels in. Put Harris out of the lineup. Cody Martin in. We go ahead and put Hernan Gomez as the 9th man. Give him about 12 minutes. Give Cody Martin 10 minutes. Daniels 16. Biyombo 20. Monk 28. I want to give PJ Washington a lot of minutes since he's a rookie. I want him to start developing. Bridges a lot of minutes as well. And let me go ahead and change something around. Give Zeller 26. Give Martin 15, 11. And we'll give Martin 8. I want to give Graham at least 35 minutes. Rozier 33. We'll give Zeller 1 more minute. And we'll give Graham actually 36 minutes. That's going to be the lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. I guarantee you this is going to be a horrible record. This is a horrible team. So I'm going to go ahead and see how it goes mid-season. And I'll see if I need to make any changes. I'm definitely going to try and get rid of Batum, as I said, get rid of that awful contract. Maybe I can re-sign him to a minimum deal. Who knows? So let's go ahead and start the sim, and we'll see. I'll stop the sim at mid-season, and I'll show you all what the record is. I just stopped the simulation right around mid-season, right here, January 16th, and right now our record is 15-29, which is a little better than I want us to be. Honestly, I want us to be just at the bottom of the league. And as you can see, we're not even that far behind the 8th seed, which is ridiculous. We need to be losing more. We're supposed to be in a rebuild. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can find for a trade. Let me see what Biyombo's averaging real quick. Nothing crazy. Let me see what Zeller. Nothing crazy there either. Bridges, 15 points. But he's going to be one of my star players. So I want to keep him in the future. Rozier, he's doing quite well as well, averaging around 18 points, and Graham is averaging 23. I'm gonna keep Graham though as well. He's gonna be part of the Hornets team that makes the playoffs, so I want to keep Graham, Bridges, PJ Washington, of course. He's not doing too well, but he's only a rookie. Hernan Gomez. Malik Monk is doing all right. So I definitely am going to try and get rid of Batum right about now. And because I'm trying to make us not good right now. I know that sounds horrible, but I want to get the first pick in the draft. So I'm going to see if I can package Batum with, let's see, Zeller. And maybe I'll try and throw in a lottery protected pick as well. Let's see what we can get out of this. Zach LaVine, we don't want that. I'm looking for a 1-year contract. So Andre Drummond, Tristan Thompson, we don't want any of those. So here, let's see if we take Cody Zeller out of there and put Biombo in. Let's see what we can get. Basically the same exact offers. Alright, let's take out Biombo and just use Batum, and we'll see what happens. Once again, basically the same offers. That's crazy, because in real life, if I put Batum in a lottery protected pick, which is already, I mean, the Hornets are not getting out of the lottery, so it's basically just nothing. They're getting nothing. So let me see real quick. These kind of teams would never offer these kind of players for this kind of trade offer. I will say that right now. Alright, so I'm just gonna actually, you know, let's go ahead and try Hernan Gomez. Let's see. Still way too good of players that I need right now. Let's take out the pick and keep Batum and Hernan Gomez, and we'll see what we get. Bruno Fernando, Myers Leonard, Iguodala, definitely don't want that contract. Kent Bazemore, Corey Joseph. I'm looking for either a pick here or 1-year contracts. This might be a pick that I could go for. Let me see. Evan Turner, this might be a good one as well, but I don't really want to. The second really pick doesn't really matter, so. Alright, let's go ahead and trade for the Timberwolves so we can just get that terrible Batum contract out of here. And I don't really need Hernan Gomez. You know, I'm not really planning on starting him ever. So we'll go ahead and take this offer right here. Let me see if I can finesse a first round pick. Okay, no. Let me see something. Let me see if I can put a future first round pick in here that's protected. Top 10. Perfect. I just finessed a first round pick with a top 10 protected pick. That's going to help me out in the future big time. So let me see. I don't even really want to start these guys. Evan Turner, you can go ahead and get ahead of Simmons. Hernan Gomez can put Caleb Martin on the bench. I don't really plan on playing these guys at all. So we'll go ahead and keep this lineup pretty much the same. I do need a 10th player though. So let me go ahead and put 15 minutes. And we'll give Juan Hernan Gomez 11. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start the simulation again, and I will show you all what our record is at the season ending. Alright, so as you can see, we did not make the playoffs, thankfully, as we were in our rebuild. I think after that trade I made, we won 7 more games since the last time I stopped the simulation, which was like in January. So we won 7 games since that trade, so the trade definitely made us worse, which was what I wanted. And we were way behind the playoff spot, the 8th seed on like last time. So the first season was a success in a rebuild. So let's go ahead and sim through the playoffs, and I'll take us to the off season. Alright, now we're at the draft lottery. Hopefully we get the first pick. If we get top 3, I'll be happy, but outside of that, I'm not really going to be that happy. Alright, so we got the 7th pick, which is just ridiculous. We are probably one of the worst teams out of the whole NBA. That's another reason why, I mean, I don't really like the NBA lottery anymore, because, you know, it can reward teams for being in mediocrity, when teams that really need the, you know, a top 3 pick, they're not going to get in anymore. And that's something that I've struggled with being a Hornets fan. Alright, let's go ahead and see. I don't really, they can go ahead and sign whatever CFO they want. I'm going to keep James Borrego as the head coach. None of this other stuff really matters in my opinion. Let's go ahead and send to the NBA draft. I'm going to see if I can get a top 3 pick here. So I'm going to try and trade for a pick here. Let's trade our 7th pick. And we'll put Terry Rozier in there. I want to keep Malik Monk for now. I like him as the 6-man option. And if we're trading Terry Rozier, he's going to be the starting shooting guard anyways. So let's go ahead and see what we can get out of this. And the 76ers, of course, do not have a first-round pick. The Jazz have the first pick. Let me see the Magic. Let's see if we can get the Magic. Let's try and trade. So by 2024, I hope we're, in the playoffs. So it's going to be a later first-round pick, hopefully. So let's see if we can add this. Okay, and there we go. We got the 2nd pick in the draft. Let's go ahead and sim, and let's see who we can get. Anthony Edwards. I kind of want Malik Monk starting, so he's not going to be my first option. Let's see what our other options are. Killian Hayes, Cole Anthony. No real small forwards. I don't really need a small forward anyways. James Wiseman. He might be a solid pick because I am trying to get Cody Zeller out of there. So I am thinking about James Wiseman. But, Anthony Edwards would be a solid player also. This is a difficult decision. So I think I'm going to go with James Wiseman. Get a solid big man. Charlotte has needed a solid big man for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and go with James Wiseman. Jalen Harris, let's sign him. We'll sign both the 2nd-round picks. Devontae Graham, Caleb Martin, we'll keep them both. Obviously, I'm going to keep Devontae Graham, but Caleb Martin, I'm going to keep him just because, we need the Martin twins on the team. Got to have them. I'm not going to extend Hernan Gomez's qualifying offer. I'm going to extend Kobe Simmons. I like Kobe Simmons, so I'm going to go ahead and extend that. I don't really want to keep Juan Hernan Gomez. No real need for him right now. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the free agency. Let's see who we can pick up here, if there's any possibilities. Alright, so we got AD. There's no chance I'm getting him. 16 teams already offered. DeMar DeRozan, he's already 30. He's only going downhill from here, in my opinion. I'm not really going to want to offer him. Andre Drummond, I just got James Wiseman. Don't really need him as well. I do like Montrezl Harrell, but I think the Clippers extended a qualifying offer. I'm not sure. Don't really want to offer any power forwards as I have PJ Washington. That's going to be the starter. Let me see. Don't really want to offer Jordan Clarkson. So I don't really think I need to sign any free agents here. We're still in rebuild mode, and we're just trying to develop our young players at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the training camps. I'll go ahead and send to the training camps, and I'll see you all there. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, I need to get rid of Cody Zeller. Especially, I went ahead and signed Marc Gasol to be a solid bench player behind James Wiseman. I want James Wiseman to get his minutes and, get his progression up quick. So I need to get rid of Zeller right away. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of Cody Zeller. I'm going to see if I can package him with somebody. Not really anybody to package with. So let's go ahead and see what we can get for Zeller. Got Al Horford with that horrible contract. No thank you. Brook Lopez. No thank you. Thaddeus Young, maybe, since he has 1 year left. I may do Thaddeus Young. I don't really need another PG. Not Patrick Mills. Not Patrick Beverly. Maybe Justice Winslow as a solid 3 spot behind Miles Bridges. Maybe. That's looking like the best one right now, in my opinion, is Justice Winslow. Don't need Kelly Olynyk. Not that one. Don't really need Buddy Hield's contract. Don't need another PG. Maybe Danny Green actually might be a good one. You know, I still need to get some losses. I need, you know, a top pick. But let's see what the rest of our choices are. Don't need any of these. Don't need Bobby Portis. Definitely do not need Draymond Green's contract. Do not need Draymond Green's contract. Let's go ahead and go with the Lakers deal and Danny Green. Let's go ahead and reset this lineup. So let me put Marcus Gasol as my 6th man. 27 minutes seems solid. Put Danny Green as the 8th man. Give him about 17 minutes. I don't really want to put Raymond Spalding in. I want Jaden McDaniels in since he's, I think, a year younger. So I'll go ahead and put McDaniels as 7th man. We'll give Jalen Harris 12 minutes. We'll give Cody Martin 13 minutes. Danny Green at 17. And I'll give Jaden Daniels 20 minutes. Alright, now let's see what we're working with here. I want to give Wiseman 27. PJ Washington, keep him at 32. Keep Malik Monk at 27. And I want Devontae Graham to have 35 minutes. And I'll keep my system at balanced. And I'll go ahead and start the sim. And if our record isn't how I want it to be, I'll stop the sim at mid-season and I'll try and make another trade. But I'm going to go ahead and start the simulation and I'll see you all soon. 6 games into the season. We're sitting at 15-31 right now. Let me go ahead and see how everyone's doing. Devontae Graham is averaging 21, 7 assists. Miles Bridges is 14 and 6 rebounds. PJ Washington, for some reason, he's unhappy. Probably because we're losing a ton of games. But he's averaging 9 and 7. Not too great. And Marcus Gasol is doing actually really good as a 6th man. If you do it for 36 minutes, he's averaging 24 and 9. Malik Monk is averaging 14 and 3 assists. Not great. James Wiseman, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Let me go through and make sure I don't have any terrible contracts. So right now I'm sitting right where I want us to be in the 2nd season. I'm going to look to sign a big free agent this offseason. I don't expect us to make the playoffs. There's a very low chance right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sim through the rest of the season and we'll see what our pick is. We finished the season 22-60, which is right where I want us to be again. Out of the playoffs, into a top 5 pick hopefully. So let's go ahead and get into the off season and we'll see where we go from here. Hopefully we can get a big time free agent. That's what I'm looking to get. And along with the top 5 pick, I'm hoping that'll set us up for the playoffs hopefully within the next season or within the next 2 seasons. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we are now at the draft lottery. Hopefully we get a top 5 pick this time. I'm praying that we get a top 5 pick. If we don't get a top 5 pick, that is just ridiculous. We easily have one of the worst records in the league. So I am praying that we get a top 5 pick, and let's get into it, and hopefully we get it. Here we are. We are at pick number 4, thankfully. I still think we should have snuck into the top 3. But you know what? Pick number 4 is better than pick number 7 last year. So let's go ahead and get into the free agency and the draft, and let's see what happens. I'm going to keep all this the same. All I need is my assistant coach and head coach. I still want to keep James Borrego in there. Still got 2 years left on his contract. No really need to change it right now. Let's go ahead and get into the draft, and we'll see who's available. Alright, let's see who we can get. Jalen Green. Solid player. I kind of like Scotty Barnes, you know, because he can play the power forward and the small forward, in my opinion. Let's see about point guard. Jalen Suggs. Don't really need a point guard at the moment. Keon Johnson. I may want to go with Keon Johnson. Brandon Boston. I kind of like Keon Johnson, though. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So let's see the small forward. Jalen Johnson. I do have Miles Bridges in there, so I don't really know if I need to go with a small forward. Scotty Barnes is another solid player. But based on the potential, it looks like Keon Johnson might be the best right now. So I think I'm going to go with Keon Johnson, two-way mid-range finisher. Yep, we're going to go with Keon Johnson. That's going to be our pick for this year. Go ahead and send to the end. And we will go ahead and sign him, of course. We'll sign our second round picks. Let's look at our player options. I'm going to go ahead and decline Caleb Martin. He's not really progressing like I need him to, so we'll go ahead and decline him. Yes, we are going to split apart the Martin brothers, unfortunately. The dynamic duo, and we're going to accept everybody else's. Let's look at qualifying offers. Dwayne Bacon, he's 25 years old and only has 72. Don't really need to extend that. Malik Monk, we're going to keep. Kobe Simmons, I'll extend his. We're not going to extend Ray Spalding. Jalen McDaniels, we will extend. And let's get into the free agency. Alright, so let's see. We got Kawhi Leonard. Don't think I'll be able to get him. Paul George, that's going to be a terrible contract. He's going to get a max offer at 31 years old, and he's only going to go down from here, in my honest opinion. This is 2K, that's how it works. Donovan Mitchell, I think he has a qualifying offer. So, Jazz will probably match his offer, no matter what the contract is. Maybe a waste of an offer. Aaron Fox, Adebayo, D-Rose. You know what the heck, let's go ahead and see if we can get Kawhi. Might as well give it a shot. We got a whole lot of cap space. I don't know, trade clause. We'll go ahead and give Donovan Mitchell an offer too, see if we can just somehow snag him. I doubt it's possible, but we'll see. And let's see if there's anybody else. Jonathan Isaac, Michael Porter Jr., Victor Oladipo, RJ Barrett might be a solid pickup. Nobody's even extended him an offer. Spencer Dinwiddie, no thank you. Let me see. Let's go ahead and see if we can get RJ Barrett. I may be able to make a lower offer, especially since nobody's even offered him. We'll do the front. 4 years, 100 mil. Donovan Mitchell, even though I'm agreeing to the offer, I'm pretty sure it's going to get matched. Alright, so let's see. We'll renounce the rights. Don't want to renounce the rights for Kobe Simmons. We'll renounce the rights for Marc Gasol. Renounce the rights for Caleb Martin. Alright, so let's see if anybody matches Donovan Mitchell's offer. Let's see. Just like I predicted, the Utah Jazz are matching the offer. So it looks like we're going to get RJ Barrett, which is a straight snag. We're going to get RJ Barrett. We'll keep Devontae Graham, Malik Monk as a 6-man.